Section 2.3 is on finding the slope of a line, and this is to find the slope of a line passing through 2 points on the line. And so to do this, we're going to use the slope formula. Now, the slope is the slant of a line, and so we think of slope as being the rise over the run. And the rise would be your vertical distance, how far up and down you're going, and then the run is the horizontal distance, or how far right or left. And remember, in a coordinate plane, up is positive, down is negative, right is positive, and left is negative. So if we want to find the slope of the line passing through 2 given points, and these points are represented by the ordered pairs x of 1 and y sub 1, and then x of 2, y sub 2. So the slope formula for the slope of a line passing through those 2 points is m equals the difference in the y-coordinates, y sub 2 minus y sub 1, divided by the difference in the x-coordinates, or x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This is our slope formula. And so this is the first formula that you're going to need to know in this section. So let me get right here. So here's your slope formula, and this is the one you need to know. So let's find the slope of the line. Passing through, and I'll just use a shorthand word for through. Passing through, first of all, these 2 points, -3, 4, and 2, -5. So these are the 2 points on our line. Now, it doesn't really matter which point you start with when you're subtracting, but you start with the second order pair and take that y-coordinate first. Then you have to go back to that second order pair and take that x-coordinate first. So I'm going to let this be x sub 1, and this would be y sub 1, and then this would be x sub 2, and this would be y sub 2. As I said, the little subnumbers just tell you they're 2 different ordered pairs is all that means. So here's our slope formula. This is what we're going to use right here to find the slope of the line passing through these 2 points. And we use a lowercase m. I'm sorry, that gives me trouble when I try to write m. Lowercase m to represent the slope. So that just means slope. It's just a letter that we can use to represent so we don't have to write slope every time. So it's going to be the difference in the y-coordinates. So I'm going to say -5 minus, we're subtracting 4, the y-coordinate in the first order pair, over, go back to the second order pair and take that x-coordinate 2, and we're subtracting the x-coordinate in the first order pair, so that's minus -3. So subtracting -4 minus 5 is -9. And then this 2 minus -3 is 2 plus 3, which is 5. So the slope of the line is -9/5. Now if it's negative, if it's a negative fraction, you just put that negative out to the side. So it'd be -9/5. Since this slope is negative, if we were to graph this line that's passing through those 2 points, it's going to fall from left to right. Negative slope means it's falling from left to right. All right, let's do another one. Let's find the slope of the line. And in this one, it's going to be passing through, let's say we want to have 7, -1, and -3, 5. Okay, so we're going to use the slope formula. So we're going to subtract the y-coordinates on top. So I'm going to go over here and take 5 and I'm going to subtract -1 minus -1 all over -3 minus 7. So again, minus a negative changes to plus a positive. So that's going to be 5 plus 1, which is 6. And then -3 minus 7 is a -10. And this will reduce. So this will be a -3 over 5. And again, it's a negative slope, so the line would be falling from left to right. Okay, just to look at a couple more on this. Let's find the slope of the line that is passing through -2, -6, and 1, 4. So the slope of the line is equal to, we're going to say 4, right for me for some reason, here. So this is going to be, move this down a little bit, see if I can get it to right on that. It's going to be 4. And minus a -6 is plus 6. If you could do that in your head instead of having to write that subtraction down first, over 1 minus a -2 would be plus 2. And so 4 plus 6 is 10, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And this time the slope is positive, which means the graph of the line would rise from left to right if it's a positive slope. All right, let's find the slope of the line that passes through the points 1, 2, and 3, 2. And so using the slope formula, I can subtract the y coordinates, so it'll be 2 minus 2 over the difference in the x coordinates, which is 3 minus 1. And so 2 minus 2 is 0 in the numerator. 3 minus 1 is 2, and 0 divided by any number is 0. Now actually, let me see if I can sketch these 2 points. 1, 2 would be about right here. And then 3, 2 would be about right here. And you see those 2 points lie on a horizontal line. So if the slope is 0, the graph of the line would be horizontal. So let me look at one more example here to find the slope of the line using the slope formula. Back over here. Lost my mouse here. Here we are. Oops. No. Here we are, number 5. All right, let's find the slope of the line that passes through 4, 1, and 4, -1. And so if we use the slope formula, if we subtract the y coordinates, it's going to be -1 minus 1 over the difference in the x coordinates, which would be 4 minus 4. And so -1 minus 1 is -2, and 4 minus 4 is 0. And so remember, you cannot divide by 0, so we would say that this is undefined. There is no real number that's equal to -2 divided by 0. And let me show you what kind of line would pass through these 2 points. If I can get this to right, just a minute. So I'm going to do it right here. And so let's find 4, 1. I just have to squeeze it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 would be right here. And then 4, -1 would be right here. And so you see those lie on a vertical line. And so if the slope is undefined, the graph is going to be a vertical line.